What if the strongest person you know is the one who is closest to giving up? Not because they lack courage, not because they have stopped believing, but because they have been carrying far more than anyone realizes. And perhaps that person is you. Every day you smile, every day you answer, I'm okay. Every day you tell yourself, just get through today, and somehow you actually do. But no one sees how many times you gather the broken pieces of your heart before walking back into a room as though nothing had happened. No one hears the conversation you have had with yourself in silence. No one knows how many nights you stared into the darkness, wondering whether tomorrow will feel any lighter than today. There is a kind of exhaustion that sleep cannot heal. It comes from carrying grief that has no language, from disappointments that return before yesterday's won't have healed, from responsibilities that never stop asking something from you, from prayers that seem to linger, from loving people who never realize how much of yourself you quietly give away, from fighting battles that no one even knows exist. If these words have found you today, perhaps they were really meant to. Because before you listen to another's word, there is something you need to hear. My friend, you are not weak. You are not failing. You are not forgotten. You are simply tired. And there is a difference. You see, sometimes surviving another day requires more courage than conquering a mountain. And sometimes the greatest achievement of the day is getting out of bed, answering one more call, preparing another meal, showing kindness when your own heart, is actually hurting, choosing not to give up. The world rarely applauds those victories, yet they are often the bravest victories of all. Please don't measure your life by the pace of someone else's journey. Some people are celebrating while others are simply trying to breathe through another difficult day. Neither story is invisible. Every life carries battles that photographs cannot capture and words often fail to explain. If your heart feels heavy, allow yourself to rest without believing you have lost your purpose. Even the strongest trees stand still through the winter. To those passing by, they appear lifeless. Yet, beneath the frozen ground, their roots continue to grow. Not every season of growth looks like progress. Perhaps you thought your life would look different by now. Perhaps you imagined the family would stay together. The friendship would last, the diagnosis would never come, and the opportunity would arrive. The door would finally open, the dream would become a reality. But instead, life unfolded in ways you never expected. And somehow, despite every disappointment, despite every unanswered question, despite every reason to stop, you are still here. That matters more than you know. The world has taught us to admire people for what they achieve, but some of the greatest victories are never celebrated. The mother who kept loving despite exhaustion, the father who carried his family while hiding his own fears, the young person who fought another day against anxiety no one else could see, the elderly soul who still smiled after burying people they loved, the caregiver who continued serving others while quietly carrying their own pain, the stranger who chose kindness while their own heart was breaking, These victories may never make headlines, but they reveal extraordinary courage. And if no one has told you lately, thank you. Thank you for refusing to let your pain become an excuse to stop being kind. Thank you for continuing to love when your own heart was hurting. Thank you for choosing patience when anger would have been easier. Thank you for getting back up when no one would have blamed you for staying down. The world is a better place because people like you quietly refuse to surrender to bitterness. So if your heart feels like it is barely holding together, don't be ashamed of that. Hearts are not made of stones. They break, they heal, they become softer, they become wiser, and sometimes through pain, they become capable of loving in ways they never could before. One day, perhaps years from now, you may discover that the chapter you wanted to erase became the chapter that taught you compassion, patience, resilience, humility, gratitude, and a depth of character that comfort alone could never have produced. Until then, my friend, keep going. Not because every day will be easy, not because every question will immediately find an answer, but because your story is not finished. There are people you have not yet encouraged, lives you have not yet touched, conversation you have not yet had, smiles you have not yet shared, acts of kindness you have not yet offered, prayers you have not yet whispered, and months of joy that have not yet found you. And more importantly, there is a future that Almighty God already knows. Even though you cannot see it, there will be moments when no human being understands what you are carrying, but the Lord Almighty does. Not a tear escapes His knowledge, not a sign goes unheard, not a hardship is unforgotten. The one who created your heart knows every weight it carries, and He is never unjust to His servants. So take another step, my friend, even if it is small, even if no one notices, even if today all you can do is breathe, then breathe. If all you can do is stand, then stand. If all you can do is whisper, I'll try again tomorrow, let that whisper become your victory. Because history is not only written by people who never fail, sometimes it is written by those who quietly choose to stand up one more time. So hold on just a little longer, not because the road is easy, but because the Almighty is never unaware of those who remain patient, continue striving, and place their trust in Him. The night never lasts forever, but by the permission of the Almighty, neither will our hardship. And in the good book, the noble Quran, Almighty God, He said, for indeed, with hardship comes ease. Indeed, with hardship comes ease. Farewell, my friend. Be encouraged and hold on a little longer.